get a job. You know, this is an expression that some of us have heard before. These three words have changed my life. The ability to work with different people, the responsibility that, turning an 11th grade couch potato into a hardworking employee. At my first job, I was a cashier at the general store at Knott's Berry Farm. And if any of you guys ever worked at theme parks before, you know that you work with some strange people. One day especially comes back when I was at the candy counter, and at my store we have a candy counter, and I was scooping candy, and one of our leads came up and said, oh, I want some sour this, some chocolate that. And you get there and you're filling it up, and then all of a sudden you go bring it up, and she's like, why are you giving me this? I'm diabetic. And I'm like, well, you just asked for it. She's like, are you trying to make me die? And that always kind of stuck by me when I was like watching people when they were ordering stuff, like are heavier people on, are they going to snap at me? So that always kind of like stuck by me in a sense of that, learning how to deal with these people, and that, the other fellow employees, because, every employer has their employees that aren't so, let's just say, insane or sane. Another thing that, really stuck with me was responsibility when I got my job, Perfect time, for example, is on Christmas Eve, my friends were all going to Six Flags, and if you ever work for an employer at a corporation, usually holidays are not a day that you're going to get off. So I had to basically pick between them and my employer, and I chose to choose my employer because it's the responsible thing to do. And one of my friends actually got a lot of trouble for skipping work, and she ended up getting fired a couple months later. So, I would have to say that my first job was a big turning point in my life, and I'm grateful for the time that I've had, working for, my first job, and that I learned responsibility, and how to also deal with, all different types of people, and employees and guests, and that it also teaches you what's important in life, and that you need to stay responsible for some things, but there's always some things that you can, if you have something important that you don't need to go to work, I understand that that's something, but alright, thank you.